Hello and welcome, Virgo, to my channel, Light of Shaya. This is going to be a general reading for the month of June 2020. It's going to be a tarot forecast. Um, this is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And do keep in mind this is a general reading, so this message may or may not resonate with you at the time of this reading. Um, This reading, although it is for June 2020, is also timeless. So there have been times in the past when I've stumbled across videos from a later date that isn't even of my own sign, that just seemed to call to me, and I watched them, and they resonated. The message resonated. So this is one of those cases here. We are dealing with energies after all. Thank you so much for joining me here today. So just a few things before we get started. I'm going to be changing the format just a tiny bit to see how I feel about it. I hope you like it. Usually I just get straight into the tarot, but I'm really fond more so of the oracle messages. I tend to feel more inspired and generally more high vibe when I do oracle cards rather than tarot for whatever reason. So I'm going to open up the reading with a few oracle cards. We'll get into the tarot reading. It is the Celtic cross spread. And then we'll close out with a few more oracle cards. Do stay till the end. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I recommend it because usually the end has a lot of really powerful messages. And that has been the case for the last few readings that I've done. Now, I had a really interesting thing happened to me while I was pre-shuffling the cards, because I like to shuffle the cards a few times before I get started, and then I'll usually shuffle, as you'll see in just a moment, I'll shuffle again just to be thorough. But I was told, I have these chakra candles here, and I was told that for the sign of Virgo here, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, to make sure that I lit the solar plexus candle. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do that for you guys now. So you may have to work on your solar plexus chakra. This chakra is all about basically like inner strength, um, self-confidence, and it's kind of basically like our energy center where we get a lot of our energy from. So if you want, maybe look into some YouTube videos for balancing that particular chakra, because that message came through very strong for me. Another message that came through that I found was really interesting, that may impact the reading here, is I started humming a song while I was shuffling the cards, and I thought it was very odd because this song just came out of the nowhere. Um, it's I think it's called Once Upon a Dream, and it was in the Sleeping Beauty movie by Disney. Um, Let's see. I'm going to attempt to sing a little bit of it here. I know you. I walked with you once upon a dream. I know you. The gleam in your eyes is so familiar a gleam. Okay. Anyway, that was a little bit awkward, but that particular song came through very strongly. So I'm wondering, are you guys maybe dealing with some sort of soulmate connection? Because that song seems, it really resonates very strongly for me, because I just so happen to be I'm pretty sure I met my divine counterpart a while back, and it's so interesting when you make that eye contact with that person. It's like it's so bizarre. It's just like otherworldly. Um, it's like it's almost impossible to explain what it feels like. Maybe you guys might, some of you may be dealing with a soulmate, a divine counterpart, because that song came to me just out of nowhere, and I have no idea why that is. If you guys want to check it out, like Google it maybe, look it up on YouTube, whatever music service you may have probably has that song. I'm shuffling the cards here for the oracle cards. I'm going to be using the spirit animal oracle. Let me go ahead and show you the little booklet here. I really vibe with animal spirits, so usually the animals have very strong messages for us. So what messages here do we have for Virgo today? Spirit, ancestors, spirit guides, holy angels, animal spirits. Alrighty. Being told to cut the deck now, and we're going to go ahead and pull. Canary spirit, sing your own song. How interesting is that? So speaking about like singing and all that good stuff, right? Perhaps you guys need to sing some more. We have lion spirit, be generous of spirit. Beautiful. Okay. And then we have pig spirit, use your mind wisely. Let's see. Here we go. Maybe you guys want a little close up there so you guys can really look at the art. Look at that artwork. Isn't that just gorgeous? And then canary spirit. I used to have canaries. They sing so beautifully. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have whale spirit, trust the great mystery. All right, Virgo. So these are some pretty powerful messages coming through right now. So with Sing Your Own Song, this also really comes strongly to me as like singing, of course. Singing is an excellent way of working out the throat chakra. It allows you to express yourself, get emotions out. Um, I'm not sure when the last time you sang, but I was actually singing all morning today. But it's good for the soul for you to sing, and even if you're tone deaf or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's all about the joy that you experience. Okay, it's all about that happiness, getting into that high vibe state, right? And this could also be speaking about or insinuating maybe you have to speak your truth or live in your truth, because when you're singing your own song, it's the resonance of your soul essence, right? For lion spirit, go ahead and put these out here. We have be generous of spirit. So this could be referring to generosity. I'm going to go ahead and read from the book for this one, because actually this is the first time I've ever pulled this card, lion spirit, and I'm not very familiar with it. Excuse my lovebird in the background. He's being a little extra today. Okay, here we are. So it says, a healthy ego means you ease God's order instead of edging God out. Wow, that is a very powerful first sentence. A lion spirit's appearance is a reminder that you have been given the gift of pride and healthy sense of your worth to express your divine, authentic self in a unique way. All right, there's more to it, but see, this is really coinciding with canary spirit here, because it's really talking about your authentic self. How is it that you could practice authenticity to yourself? Um, it's 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 common practice, obviously, for all of us to wear masks, right? We have to wear certain masks depending on the different kind of people that we encounter. So whether we're at work or with family or certain friend groups, different friend groups might see a different side of you, etc., right? But at the end of the day, there is always an authenticity to yourself, right? So this is really talking about how do you step into your authenticity? What is something that you've been denying yourself? Perhaps you're afraid of being um, a little bit out there, a little bit kooky, a little bit like extra, um, and it's okay for you to feel that way, but it's also stifling you, right? So it's really interesting that I was told before the reading to light the solar plexus chakra, because this is really what it's talking about. It's how are you being your authentic self? The solar plexus chakra is about self-confidence. So that seems to be really coming through in this message for you. Let me go ahead and continue reading here. Went on a little bit of a tangent there. You are both the king and the queen, secure in your prosperity and wisdom and generous of spirit as you help others. Take pride in your ability to serve from the heart. Contentment with what you have right now allows you to use your resources wisely as you give to others in ways that educate, heal, inspire, and delight. Be proud yet humble. Practice gratitude, and you will find that the accolades that come to you are no match for the joy of knowing what you have been able to do for others through expressing the bounty of generosity within you. Lion Spirit knows there is a great savanna before you and many who will benefit from the healthy expression of your unique set of gifts if you choose to work in partnership with Spirit. All your relationships flourish as you express your worth and generosity of spirit with humility and kindness. What a blessing you can be to all. Wow, that is a really beautiful message, Virgo. So yes, there's a lot of that message really talking about your authenticity and being yourself. being yourself, standing in your power, but also contributing to society in a productive manner, right? And if you're on the spiritual path, it's likely that you're already doing this. There's various different ways that we can do this, right? Whether it be having a conversation with the stranger, giving them that smile. It's oftentimes the little things that really do add up in the long run, right? That's something that I've always practiced. I've worked in the customer service industry for quite a while, and it's really incredible to me how much an authentic smile can really brighten someone else's day. So when I'm going through like my job, like granted, um, it can be a bit overwhelming, but I when I try and ground myself and tell myself, okay, well, this I'm doing this not just for me and for the money. I'm doing this also to inspire and nurture people. Um, Giving a genuine smile sometimes, especially during these times, is so important, right? How is it that you can utilize your creativity as well to express yourself and bring that gift to others? So if you're an artist of some sort, whether it be through drawing, painting, um, dancing, a tarot reading, anything that's creative, singing is a really big one. So a lot of you might be singers or want to sing. Express yourself that way because you're actually bringing a lot of joy and happiness to other people's lives. And then we have the pig spirit here. So it says, use your mind wisely. So perhaps there are certain thoughts that you've been having that may not be serving you. Perhaps you're stuck in your head quite a bit about um, whatever. There could be several different things that you could be stuck in your head about, right? So intelligence is definitely something that it's a gift and also it can be a curse. The mind is a tool that we're supposed to use in a very productive manner, but oftentimes we allow the tool to use us. So, one of the books that I've been recommending throughout all of my readings so far is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. I'll go ahead and put a link in the description box below for like an audiobook. However, I mean, I know this may be like a copyright infringement using these books, but it's just such an important message, and I know a lot of people won't necessarily go out and buy the book or check out the book. It's just so incredibly powerful. The essence of our being is simply that of being. We are pure consciousness in a physical world, right? Um, and one of the biggest things that so here's a little question for you that Eckhart Tolle highlights in the book. Um, What do you think your next thought is going to be? If you're if you actually asked yourself that question in your mind, then there was probably a moment of silence, right? That moment of silence is true mindfulness. That is the essence of your being. So you are truly the silence in between your thoughts, the silence in between the words that we speak. And that is such a profound message to understand because when you do this, you'll know when to practice mindfulness when you get too stuck in your head, right? So a lot of times anxiety is caused by us being living in the future, and pain is usually caused by living in the past, right? So a lot of times we'll relive painful memories, and that's kind of what the pain body does. It wants to continue to create that pain to keep itself alive. That's a part of our shadow self, and that just is a natural thing that human beings experience, right? So, Pig Spirit here is really, really trying to remind you to take the time to practice mindfulness and pay attention to your thought patterns. What are some negative thought patterns that you might have? Particularly, I'm being called to the fact that I had to light the solar plexus candle here. Perhaps you're dealing with self confidence issues here, self worth issues. So take a look at those thoughts that we have. Sometimes we think the nastiest thoughts to ourselves, right? Things that we would never tell anybody else, possibly even our worst enemy. Although that may not necessarily be the case for everybody. But this is really important to really get down into the nitty gritty and start to consider what are some thought patterns that are no longer serving you and practicing positive affirmations, catching those thoughts. Whenever I catch a negative thought, the first thing I think to myself is I neutralize that thought because by neutralizing it, and putting that intention out there, I've already silenced it. And so now it allows me to put a positive thought in its place. And so I'll say something that's the opposite of the negative thought pattern that I had, right? Okay, so that was a little bit long-winded, but this is this is really powerful messages coming through for you, Virgo. I'm not sure if I can kind of like prop these up here somewhere to kind of just show that these are the overall messages for the reading. Maybe I could do this. The first time I've tried this. Okay, I guess that works. So let's go ahead and get started with your tarot reading. Thank you so much for being here, Virgo. I really appreciate each and every one of you. If nobody has told you that you are beautiful today so far, I just want to tell you that I find you absolutely beautiful. You are a beautiful soul. Alrighty, what do we have here for messages for Virgo for the month of June 2020? Time is fluid, so once again, this reading is considered timeless, but if you happen to be watching this video now, then the message is probably for you. Alright, I'm being told to cut the deck. Okay, so we got the Five of Michael, which is the Five of Swords for your current situation. We have the Ace of Wands, or the Ace of Gabriel blocking as a blockage. That's interesting. In the past, we have the Leap of Faith, which is the Fool. So may have jumped into something brand new, just started something, not sure what that may be. We'll see in just a moment. For the way that you're proceeding with the situation, we have Strength. Very powerful card here. Wow, alrighty, Virgo. We have the Ace of Swords for the near future. Okay, so there's a truth of some sort coming through, and there may even potentially be something that you'll cut out potentially. And then for the foundation, or how you got into the current situation, we have the Emperor here. So lots of stability coming through. Once again, since I was singing that song earlier, that humming it, there could be a divine counterpart you were dealing with that led to this situation. For the external influences, we have the Seven of Gabriel, or the Seven of Wands. So conflict, it looks like perhaps, or having to stand your ground, or people being defensive. We have the Four of Ariel, or the Four of Pentacles, for the internal influences. We have the Ten of Raphael, which is the Ten of Cups in the hopes and fears. And then we have the Three of Raphael, or the Three of Cups, in the outcome for the reading. Okay, so perhaps a reconciliation of some sort. It could be. Let me show you this card. It's a really nice card. Looking, those mermaids are looking pretty darn happy. So you could be heading towards a reconciliation of some sort, a falling out that you may have had with somebody. We do have the Five of Michael here in the current situation, which could potentially be what is it called? Conflict, right? Conflict, perhaps self-sabotage by you or somebody. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but definitely conflict seems to be coming through here. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Raphael. So that's the Four of Cups. It says here, seek out other possibilities, look for the magic in life, be aware of your own emotions. That really seems to be coming through here with the cards and the overall message that we had before I started the tarot reading. So you could be going through some sort of sense of apathy. You could be feeling apathetic towards a particular situation, or like a sense of loss of hope. Give me one moment. I'm going to take a sip of water. Excuse me. But this is really interesting energy. You have three major arcana here, which is good. We do have a pretty good reading so far. It doesn't seem all that heavy. There's just this one, two, and the Four of Ariel can be kind of a heavy card, depending on what it is that you're holding on to. But that's really interesting. So the Ace of Gabriel is also the Ace of Wands. So I find it interesting that that's your blockage right now. Let me go ahead and show you these cards now. So we have the Five of Michael. This situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. So there could be something that definitely, as the card said, is no longer serving you. Could be thought patterns. It could be you wanting to control a situation. Control also comes in the thought form. So we're constantly manifesting things, and if we're constantly thinking about a particular outcome and being very, very, what would be the word, attached to a particular outcome, then we're actually trying to control the situation in our minds. So by letting go of the idea, the notion of things having to turn out a very particular way, you're actually releasing control. With the Ace of Gabriel, this could be a new beginning that you're wanting to move towards, but because of your current energy, you can't get to that. Interestingly enough, though, we do have the leap of faith in the recent past. Let me show you the Ace of Gabriel here. It says, a gift of passion, opportunity, and inspiration, the chance to do something amazing, a sense of wonder. And then we have the leap of faith here. It says, believe in yourself, listen to your heart, do what gives you joy. So it's likely that you did, in fact, take a leap of faith towards something that did bring you joy. For the way you're moving forward with this is strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence, forgiveness. And I find it interesting that also you have the lion spirit here that says, be generous of spirit. And this really coincides with that particular message. So in the near future, you do have the Ace of Michael. It says, a wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. So this could be somebody bringing you a truth of some sort. You could be discovering a truth. Oftentimes, I've found that truth also comes intuitively. It could be through a tarot reading sometimes that you stumble across a truth that just resonates. The message really just resonates with you, and it gives you that sense of clarity to move forward. And then we have the Emperor in the Foundation. It says here, stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. So perhaps you were being very ambitious, really trying to find stability within your life, and this is kind of what led you into the particular situation that you're in now. You could be having some arguments with somebody, having to stand up for what you believe in. Um, it does here say here, claim your personal power. So for the external influences, this could be people, but oftentimes when I do my readings, I feel that this is actually spirit trying to this is basically almost like my life lessons through spirit um, position in the read. That's kind of how I interpret it anyway. So it says claim your personal power. This has a lot to do with strength and once again the solar plexus, really being able to stand your ground. So this might be a lesson that spirit is trying to teach you right now. How do you stand in your authenticity, and how is it that you stand in what you believe in? How do you reclaim your personal power, right? So the way you're feeling right now is for a Ariel. You could be holding on to something a little too tightly, whether it be money or you might be, as the card says here, being resistant to change. It says extremes in how you save or spend money. And it also says when you give, you also receive. This could be something that you're holding on to. It could be money. It could be a person. It could be an idea. Although with the Four of Ariel, it is Pentacles, so it could be something physically in this world. You may be having a hard time letting go of something, whether it could be anything really. It could be a job, it could be a person, it could be money. You might be holding on to these ideas way too strongly, and this is maybe causing some sort of conflict within you. In your hopes and fears, you're really hoping for a happy future. You're hoping to have the happy home, a happy relationship that's harmonious. It says here, happily ever after. You're really wishing for this, hoping for this, but at the same time, you're afraid that it may not happen. And then with the Three of Raphael, it says reasons to celebrate, a community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children. So this could be a reconciliation that you're heading towards, or potentially a, uh, a celebration of some sort after a period of feeling down in the dumps, so to speak, perhaps. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and start clarifying cards. So why is this Five of Michael here? I'm going to use the Ethereal Visions deck. I was called to use this one instead of the Light Seer deck for your reading. So quite a bit of new energy here for you, Virgo. This is differing from a little bit from my other readings. Justice. Okay. What? Oh, all right. So for the Five of Michael, we had a few cards that really wanted to come out. We have the Well. So wishing for new changes, perhaps. You could be really focused on manifesting something, or you could be really stuck in your emotions about a certain outcome. which could be saying this situation doesn't serve you. So perhaps you're wanting to move away from a particular situation. We do have justice here, so looking for balance. You could be looking for balance. You could be dealing with some legal matters, signing of contracts, whether it be like marriage, divorce. It could be a contract, a business contract for a new business that you have, or some sort of business endeavor. And that's coming through with the Three of Pentacles as well, some sort of collaboration effort. So you might feel like, since the Five of Michael is saying this situation doesn't serve you anymore, and I'm seeing the Four of Ariel here in the internal influences, you might be dealing with potentially a job or working with a certain group of people that no longer serve you, and that might be causing some form of imbalance or something that you really want to bring balance. Um, you want to really bring balance into your life. Why is and then interestingly enough, look at this. At the bottom of the deck, I have the Three of Cups, which further emphasizes this Three of Raphael and the outcome here. So really looking for some sort of reconciliation, celebration, wanting to move out from these trying times perhaps. Why is the Ace of Gabriel here, Spirit? Why is the Ace of Gabriel this one here? We got the Sun, interesting. We got the World, okay. Wow, a lot of major arcana coming through here for you, Virgo. Lots of spiritual lessons that's coming through. So we have two aces. We have the Ace of Cups clarifying as well for the Ace of Wands. So perhaps because you're not letting go of something, you're actually blocking an excellent opportunity coming through for you. A brand new beginning. Not sure if you could see that. Here we go. Beautiful artwork. It could be that the blockage here is that you're not wanting to let go of something, that you're holding on to something, and you're refusing to close out a cycle. Perhaps this doesn't necessarily have to be you. It could be a person that you're dealing with that's kind of that you need to wrap things up with. Um, Once you start removing the things that no longer serve you from your life, there's a great deal of happiness. I mean, the Sun is the happiest card in the deck. So there's a great deal of happiness here that's right behind what it is that you need to let go of. And then we have the Ace of Cups, which is the potential for love, the potential for a brand new beginning in love, a very fiery, passionate, romantic kind of energy coming through here. It seems like there's a lot of desire. I'm feeling that there's a but like a very strong sense of desire here that I'm feeling. Definitely. Whoa. It's like, it's really like, I feel like a striving, like almost, I don't want to say hunger, but it's almost on the level of like hunger for like a fiery, new, passionate beginning. And there's a cycle that really needs to be closed out. And I think the reason that cycle hasn't closed out may be because you might be holding on to something that's no longer serving you. Interestingly enough, at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Three of Swords. This could be a heartbreak situation, a person that you felt a very strong connection with that you may need to let go of, or there could be a person, a third party situation that you need to let go of. There could be something here. I'm trying to really tap into this right now. It could be perhaps that I'm getting the sensation of like you might be holding something against somebody that you really need to let go of. I'm not sure why I'm getting that very strongly. That doesn't necessarily have to apply for everybody, but I'm getting that sense of like guardedness and like, I don't know why the sensation, the feeling of like um, resentment is coming through. I'm not sure why that is. Okay, that's a really interesting combination of feelings there. I'm not sure what that's about, but let's go ahead and keep going with your reading here. So there could be like some past hurts that you need to let go of that aren't allowing you to continue forward into this new beginning for yourself. Why is the leap of faith here in the past energy, Spirit? Okay, this one here. You know what, these two. Okay, interesting. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit. So perhaps some introspection was needed before you took this leap of faith of some sort. You may have been alone for quite a while. before you decided to do this. Page of Cups here. This could have been a leap of faith and an offering of love, flirtation, maybe flirting with somebody, trying to give them your cup. This could be an apology that may have wanted to come through. We have the Page of Pentacles. This could have been followed up by an offer of some sort. This also could be children, or perhaps even a person that comes across somewhat immaturely, given the fact that we have 2 pages here. So it could have been or this could have been a brand new creative beginning and a new business prospect here with the 2 pages, an idea that you're taking a leap of faith towards. And we have we have further clarifying the 7 of Pentacles here. So you're waiting for something, perhaps. You're waiting for something to bear fruit. Um, it could have been a brand new business idea. It could have been a proposal of love from somebody, or perhaps an apology that was being handed to you. Um, After a period of perhaps some contemplation with the Hermit card being clarified, I'm also looking at him, considering the fact that the Hermit card was at the bottom of the deck. Do you see the way he's kind of like pondering? It almost looks like he's pondering this offer. Perhaps after a period of contemplation, there was a leap of faith in love. There was a leap of faith in a creative business idea, and now there's a process of waiting for those things to bear fruit. All right, why is strength here, Spirit? Why is strength? Okay, we got, the 9 of Swords. We have the Tower. Oh, that's very heavy energy. And we have death. Okay, whoa, this is really, really powerful. We have the 2 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This could have been regarding some indecision by somebody, by yourself or somebody. Okay, so you've cultivated, oh dear, can't speak. You have cultivated a great deal of inner strength through this really, really, really painful situation. 9 of Swords is about depression, anxiety, being stuck in your head, sleepless nights. Perhaps you were struggling with insomnia due to something very heavy that came through. This was a Tower moment that Spirit brought into your life to shake up your foundation. So the Tower is often looked at as it can be looked at as a negative card, but this is basically the divine trying to give you a detour towards a better outcome. Spirit really wants the best for you, and sometimes they'll bring very difficult situations for your growth, and also for to further align you with your soul's mission, your soul's purpose. So you've cultivated a great deal of inner strength through all this, and boom, we have death. This is transformation, very transformative energy here. With those 2 cards clarifying strength, I feel there may have been an ending of some sort that may have caused this Tower moment, that may have got you stuck in your head. But the way I'm really seeing this death card is you've gone through a great deal of transformation, through a lot of pain, and a lot of mental anguish, and you've cultivated a deep inner strength. Like, you are so resilient, Virgo, and I want to congratulate you. Know how powerful you are, especially with the solar plexus. Like, since I got that message to light that particular candle, it could be very well that you don't even recognize how powerful you are, Virgo. So keep that in mind. Things happen for a reason. I know it's hard for us to see things from that particular point of view, but remember, these things are not happening to you, they're happening for you, okay? Why is the Ace of Michael here? Is this about a truth? Something that you need to cut out, perhaps? Let's see here. Spirit, please clarify the Ace of Michael. We have the Devil. Okay. So this could be some sort of attachment, addiction that you're cutting out, a negative attachment. This could have been a karmic soulmate that you were dealing with. Okay, 3 major arcana clarifying the Ace of Michael, and bottom of the deck we have the 8 of Cups. So within the near future, a truth may clarify something for you, and you'll know that you need to walk away from something. We have the Devil here. This is a very, very a card of passion, of sensuality, sexuality, but very overt. It could be very negative, in the sense that this is unbridled passion, unbridled desire. Um, when we do not control these desires, we often become consumed by them, right? So this could be a truth about um, somebody who feels very passionate towards you, perhaps. But the way I'm looking at it is perhaps you are choosing to cut a particular negative attachment that you have away within the near future. We do have the star here. After taking that action, you will go through a period of great healing. You could be dealing perhaps with a Capricorn or an Aquarius, but there's a great deal of healing and hope coming after this. The amount of healing coming through is quite powerful. It's very transformative. And then we have the artist here. So the artist is all about creativity, brand new beginnings, being inspired by creation, being inspired and feeling alive once again, taking time to really pay attention to the beauty in life. And this card is represented, or it represents the sign of Ophiuchus. Um, it's probably one of the least known, least popular signs, simply because a lot of people haven't been moving into that since I forgot what kind of astrology that is. But Ophiuchus is a combination of Sagittarian and Scorpion or Scorpio traits. All right, so this is very powerful. Within the near future, you're going to be experiencing some sort of truth, some sort of cutting out of a karmic attachment, perhaps, or an attachment that has been or like I'm hearing like draining your life force, so to speak. That's coming through also with the solar plexus. So it could be that this person has been draining you of your personal power, and you felt. I'm getting like Eight of Swords. Like I'm seeing the Eight of Swords here in my head, like being bound. You feel bound to something and you're going to cut free from this. And especially with the Eight of Cups here, like walking away from it. All right, so why is the Emperor here, Spirit? Why is the Emperor here? Why is the Emperor here for Virgo? Got the Ace of Pentacles. So it could have been a brand new. It could have been a brand new business that you started. It could have been some sort of financial windfall. You got the Five of Cups and the Knight of Swords. Bottom of the deck, further clarifying, we have the Emperor. So this energy is coming through very strongly. This could have been a narcissist that you were dealing with, perhaps. Somebody who is very controlling, manipulative, somebody who basically just didn't treat you right, I'm hearing. Doesn't necessarily have to be. This could be you wishing for a stable future. With the Ace of Pentacles here, this could have been a brand new job offer, a brand new start in a career, perhaps. This could have been an offer that somebody made you, that it could have been some sort of gift that somebody gave you. Somebody who came in perhaps very quickly, somebody who was very impulsive, who rushed into things without thinking, perhaps, thinking thoroughly. Or this could have been swift action, anger that came through. This could have been by you, feeling very upset after something, after some sort of loss with the Five of Cups here. There's some sort of emotional loss that you may be feeling right now. You may have felt abandoned, perhaps. This is a very, very sad energy coming here, like through here, especially with the Nine of Swords. So it looks like you were not only feeling emotionally devastated, perhaps, but also feeling very like in a state of mental anguish. Um, that's pretty heavy. I'm sorry to hear that, Virgo. This could be the person that you're dealing with that you may need to cut out. Let's see. Why is the Seven of Gabriel here? Whoa. Okay, these cards really wanted to pop out. You got the Magician and the Knight of Wands. So you may be feeling weary, as though things may not change, this card. But Oh, there's that Eight of Swords in the external influences. Feeling bound. Right. Talk about synchronicities there. So we have the Nine of Wands here. So you could be feeling very weary. This could be very defensive. You may have been hurt in the past. I'm seeing this bandage on his head. There could be perhaps a clearing of the third eye that is necessary in order for you to clear up your intuition. Um, But with the Seven of Gabriel, or also the Seven of Wands here, and the Nine of Wands, I'm hearing standing up for yourself. This is a lesson that Spirit's trying to teach you about standing up for yourself. Not being afraid to express who you are, not being afraid of, I'm surprised I don't see the Queen of Swords here, cutting out the things that no longer serve you. Because we have the Magician. Spirit wants you to learn that you have all the tools necessary for you to really, really manifest the world that you want, the idea, like the ideal life that you want. You have the capability of manifesting. Right now you may be manifesting from a place of fear, which is further manifesting things that will make you feel more defensive and fearful. So do keep that in mind when we were talking about using your mind wisely and singing your own song, right? How do you stand in your authenticity? What is it that you truly want out of life? What is it that makes your heart sing? And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So this could very well be a divinely guided occurrence, but it seems like the Wheel of Fortune is saying that things are going to start turning in your favor. Spirit is working with you right now to bring you good fortune and happiness. But you need to get out of this. You need to get out of your head and start looking at things from a different perspective, perhaps. Why is the Four of Ariel here in the internal influences, Spirit? Spirit guides, holy angels, Virgo. Eight of Pentacles. Working on your craft, working on your money. You have Four of Cups. Wow. Okay, we got two fours here. Okay, so you have Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So you may be feeling like you have way too many options. And these cards wanted to really come out. So we have the Eight of Swords and the Emperor. So let's see here. So for the Four of Ariel, it's likely that you're holding on to something much too tightly. Yes, this energy is coming through very strongly for me. You're holding on to something very tightly. You're wrapped up in your head about it. It's not allowing you to move forward. This could be dealing with somebody, an emperor sort, or this could be you, perhaps trying to control things way too much. The emperor is all about authority and controlling. So it could be very well that you're being very controlling right now. This card is also the card of Aries, so you could be dealing with an Aries. You could have Aries in your chart as well. Um, so Eight of Pentacles is about talking about honing your craft, working on something diligently. So you could be working on something diligently and trying to perhaps control the outcome. We do have two eights here. I believe eight is about abundance. So there could be something, thought patterns that you might have around money, perhaps trying to control your finances way too strongly, being way too invested and like freaking out. I'm hearing freaking out about money, like really being worried about money. When's the money going to come? Where is the money going to come from? How am I going to be able to afford this? How am I going to be able to afford that? I'm perhaps I'm hearing for somebody perhaps being afraid of not making their car payment on time. I'm not sure why that's coming through, but yes, it looks like you may be trying to hold on to something much too tightly, and it's actually creating a lot of blockages. That spirit really wants you to take a look at this thought pattern that you have, because with the Four of Cups, this is spirit offering you something, but you're not seeing it. You're almost apathetic, or feeling you're much too in your head about it, taking too much time thinking about things. And a spirit is basically saying, here, I have this cup for you. I have this Ace of Pentacles. I have this Ace of Wands. You have three aces so far come out in your spread. We have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands as your blockage. But interestingly enough, I don't think there's a blockage there, other than the blockage that you may be imposing upon yourself. And I'm sorry if I might be coming across as harsh. I'm very honest when it comes to my readings. And I honestly, I want the best for you. Genuinely, I want the best for you. So do take into consideration perhaps the things that you need to start analyzing and looking at. Perhaps you may need to start looking at things from a different point of view. Interestingly enough, I'm seeing this as an eye here. So really the third, that might be another chakra you need to work with, is your third eye. Your intuition right now may not be all that good, and it's actually something Spirit might be asking you to take some time to practice more mindfulness with the pig spirit here. Use your mind wisely, and meditation might be very, very important for you right now. But mindfulness is the most important thing for you to practice right now. Okay, so Ten of Raphael here. There's a Virgo, I want you to know that there's a lot of really good blessings right around the corner for you, but there may be a need for you to let go of something. I don't know what that something necessarily is, but I'm thinking it might be a thought pattern. It might be a self-imposed blockage right now. Okay, with the Ten of Raphael, we have the Hermit clarifying. So the Ten of Cups, you're really wanting that happy family, that emotional fulfillment. Um, I'm going to go ahead and take this one for sure. I don't want to, that was too many cards. Four of Pentacles, you're afraid of letting something go. I'm really getting that strongly. You're really, really not wanting to let go of something here, Virgo. I'm not sure what that may be. It could be dealing with finances, this one here. We have the Chariot, and then we have the Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So waiting. It looks like you may be afraid that you have to wait for something, or you're hoping that whatever it is that you're waiting for will come to fruition, right? So we have the Hermit here. You're perhaps afraid of going something alone. You might be afraid of perhaps having to go within, I'm hearing, having to really analyze yourself and look at um, things that need to change. I don't know why I've never noticed this skull here, but there may be some sort of ending that you're afraid of seeing because you're not wanting to go within. I'm not sure why that's coming through very strongly for me. We have the Four of Pentacles, afraid of letting something go. It could be money concerns that you're afraid of dealing with. Um, yeah, there's something about not wanting to let go of something, Virgo. And then we have the Chariot. So you're afraid of either having to move somewhere. This could be, once again, referring to that car payment, because the Chariot it does talk about like automobiles and things like that. For a select few of you, definitely afraid of making that car payment or getting a new car. Perhaps you got a new lease or something, and it's just not, you're feeling afraid of not being able to make the payment on time, which is understandable considering the circumstances now with COVID and all that stuff, because it's difficult for us to make money when you may have lost a job, right? But perhaps you're hoping that you can move forward from something and be victorious in the end. All right. Why is the Three of Raphael here? Things are looking good for you, Virgo. There are some heavy energies here, but there's a lot of really, really good stuff right around the corner. It's like I'm hearing like blessings, blessings. Six of Pentacles, clarifying the Three of Raphael. So there could be, it could have been a situation, you could be reconciling with someone, celebrating with people, and with the Six of Pentacles, it talks about equal give and take. So perhaps you were giving far too much to somebody, and now you're going to finally start reaping the rewards. I'm hearing reaping the rewards. Finally receiving the acknowledgement that you deserve. That's coming through very strongly. With the moon, there are some unknown factors here. There's something that you're not seeing very clearly. I'm getting the intuition thing very strongly here. You really need to start working perhaps on your intuition, or paying attention to it rather. Really pay attention to your intuition, this card here. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Bottom of the deck is Five of Wands. So perhaps reconciling with somebody that you had conflicts with. And with the Six of Pentacles, like I was saying, this is equal give and take. So you're finally perhaps getting the acknowledgement that you deserve, the balance that you're worthy of. Somebody maybe could be coming in with a love offer, a romantic gesture perhaps, or perhaps you're moving towards somebody with a romantic gesture to reconcile with somebody from the past. And then with the moon here, it's saying pay attention to your intuition. What does your intuition say? And if there are any fears that you have, it's time to start looking at those fears and trying to understand what it may be that you're truly afraid of. Forgot I had coffee. Taking a sip of my coffee. All right, Virgo, I'm going to start moving into the angel oracles. Excuse me, the angel and ancestor oracle cards here to get you some advice. Get you some advice to see what it is that you could do in order to progress through these challenges that you have. The spiritual journey isn't always easy, you know. We come to this realm to learn heavy lessons, and we also come here to play. With especially with like the canary spirit there, sing your own song, right? Um, take a moment to sing your song. Take some time to sing. I'm hearing that. You know, when you're driving, when you're in the shower, like sing your heart out. You're gonna feel so much better after doing that. Alrighty, angel and ancestors oracles. What do we have here for Virgo? Angel and ancestors of Virgo, please come through in our reading here with some advice for our lovely Virgos. What is it that they need to hear? What advice do they need? I'm hearing pull from the bottom of the deck, so I'm going to pull that card if nothing else comes up. This one. Guardian angel, you are not alone. Okay, this one here. Yes, yes. Okay, yes. Okay. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have Spirit Fox. Trust your talents in changing times. So you could have been pursuing some sort of creative project, and perhaps you've been doubting yourself. Once again, solar plexus chakra, very big. It sounds like there's a lot of self-doubt here, Virgo. You are so powerful. You are so loved. Look at this. It says, Guardian Angel, you are not alone. Spirit has been probably sending you different signs, like with the feather here, you might be seeing feathers, you might be seeing angel numbers to really let you know that your guardian angel is around you and that you are not alone. You are infinitely loved. You are so blessed, Virgo. I want you to know that you are infinitely loved, okay? I know that things may seem hard right now, but things are going to get better. It says here, medicine guardian, excuse me, be open to healing information. This is really coming through with the Three of Cups here. There may be a reconciliation of some sort with somebody. Be open to healing information, especially with the Ace of Swords. So this may be the truth that's coming forward towards you. We do have the star clarifying the Ace of Swords. So that could be the truth that's coming to you, is something that's going to help you heal from any heartbreak, pain that you've experienced. Shaman, trust in higher forces. Perhaps you've been doubting the divine. Perhaps you haven't been paying attention to the signs. Perhaps you haven't been listening to your intuition. And Spirit is letting you know that they've got your back. Spirit has your back, and they're asking for your trust. Please trust in them, because they want the best for you. At the end of the day, that's really what this is all about. It's about a spiritual journey and knowing that we are all loved and that we're all the essence of the divine. And then it says here, shift your perception, air guardian. So once, like I was saying earlier with the internal influences, I was really getting that you were probably not wanting to let go of something. Spirit is asking you to shift your perception. Perhaps there's a need for you to look at things from a different point of view. Once you really start looking at things from that different point of view, you're going to start shifting your perception and starting to build positive thought patterns that will allow you to break free from that nasty devil energy. All right, some more messages here. What messages do we have from our angels for Virgo, please? What messages do we have from our angels from Virgo? I get the sensation that you have been seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities, and perhaps you've even lost faith. With that Four of Cups that I'm seeing there, I feel like some of you have been losing faith in the divine. But the divine is saying, no, we can't be trusted. We're here for you. We've been trying to send you the signs and let you know that you are loved, but I don't know if you've been getting those messages. What messages do we have here? Oh, looks like the cards aren't really wanting to come out for this reading here. Usually when I say that, a card pops out. Not this time, huh? Holy angels. What do we have for Virgo? Holy angels. Oh my goodness. Okay. Synchronicity. What was I just talking about? Holy cow. Okay. Virgo, you are so blessed. I want you I want you to know that. You are so blessed right now. You are being divinely guided in this moment. There are things that you cannot see with the moon there. There are things that you cannot see that are working behind the scenes, I'm hearing. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that you cannot see, and Spirit has been trying to let you know that they have your back and that there's a lot of really good things coming to you. Okay, I'm going to pull from the bottom here. Okay, so it says, so studying and learning. Thank you, angels, for allowing me to see that every day is a learning day. So perhaps there is a new subject dealing with the new venture, this leap of faith, that you really have to what is that expression? Like dig your teeth, sink your teeth into. There you go. That's the expression. Studying and learning. So there may be a new subject that you really need to look into in order for you to up your, like, level up. I'm hearing level up. We have Peaceful Warrior. Thank you, Ariel, for helping me stand my ground with peace. So this is from Archangel Ariel. How do you become a peaceful warrior? This is coinciding with the lion spirit here. Be generous of spirit and with strength. You've cultivated a great deal of inner strength. Have you been exercising that strength? I'm seeing a lot of the yellows here, once again dealing with the solar plexus chakra. I'm seeing orange here, so there could be a creative project that you have started that you're trying to give birth to. But Peaceful warrior, the way I would look at it is when we were, remember the civil rights movement, nonviolence was a very, very big thing, right, for Martin Luther King Jr. And this is something that I really want to draw your attention to, because it's very likely that a part of you may want to retaliate. I'm hearing you may want to, and I understand it's very hard sometimes to let go of things, because when people hurt you, we're hurt and we act from a place of hurt, so that incites anger, right? But the angels are really encouraging you, instead of acting out in a destructive manner, try and be peaceful about it. Try really hold on to your divinity here. I'm hearing really hold on to the divine peaceful warrior in you, because in standing in peace, you're actually delivering a very powerful message. It's like, I know, stand your ground, but be compassionate about it. For example, if somebody harmed you, it's a matter of acknowledging that they're a person too, and you can say to them, like, I acknowledge that what you did to me was very painful. You did hurt me. However, I am choosing to forgive you, and I am choosing to move forward from this. And I'm doing this for myself, and also as an offering of compassion to you. And you'll see what, like, I could feel that the peace just washing over me just from saying that. There's a lot of power in doing that, because now the other person can do nothing. They literally can do nothing that will hurt you at that point. Whether they're angry, they can be so mad at you for that, because you've shown that you've relinquished that fear and that anger, and that may be very confusing to some people, because they're wanting to incite anger in you. So do keep that in mind. And then this is crazy here. Synchronicity. As soon as I was talking about those messages and that the divine has been trying to get to you, it says, thank you, angels. I trust your well-timed guidance and signs. There have been signs, and this is really coinciding here with the You Are Not Alone card. Okay, so this in itself is a synchronicity. I want you to understand. There's a particular channel that I watch. I love her energy. She's great. She does excellent readings. I think her name is Awakening the Spirit. But she was talking about this, and there was a moment in time when I was doubting everything. Like, I kid you not, I had a crisis. Like, I was thinking to myself that I was going crazy and that I was losing it. And it was so crazy, because I wrote in my journal about it. And I kid you not even like 10-15 minutes after I said this, I went on YouTube, and because I spent a lot of my time on YouTube watching tarot readings and learning about spirituality and whatnot. And one of the things that tripped me the heck out is that I refreshed the page, and one of the videos that my eyes was immediately drawn to was Spirit has been, or God, I can't remember which one it was. I usually call the higher power Spirit, but I think the title was God has been trying to speak to you, or something along those lines. And when I saw that, I was like, whoa, that is a freaking trip. So I watched the video, and it was like basically what this reading is saying. You have been seeing signs and synchronicities, but have you been paying attention to them, right? And one of the things she said that I absolutely love, that I could not like over is she said, you will catch God on the whisper, not on the shout. And for me, that was so powerful and transformational for me because I was like, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Like, why would perhaps you're asking more from spirit, but spirit's like saying, like, I've been trying to give you the signs, but have you been paying attention to them? I don't think you have been, right? So that, oh my goodness. So Virgo, you are divinely guided. You are blessed. Okay, I really want you to know that. And all right, what else do we have here? I'm going to go ahead and pull some final cards here from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit to close out the reading here. Thank you so much for staying towards the end or till the end. If you like my content, please hit that like and subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. I want to get my message out to as many people as possible. The Light of Shaya, my channel, is all about illuminating the spiritual path for people and bringing uplifting messages of love and light to people. Because I know the spiritual path isn't always the easiest to deal with, right? So okay. We got one. What else do we have? Any other messages for our lovely Virgos? This one. So we have otter that fell out. We have shark. And at the bottom of the deck, we have whale. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this one. I'm going to go ahead and take a moment here to read out of the book for these because I really love the messages on this. I know otter is all about community and love. And I mean, if you've ever seen otters, they always like to cuddle with each other and they're just such happy creatures. Shark is about perhaps, this is speaking about the thing that you don't want to let go of. There's like kind of, I want to say almost like, I know this is a shark card, but like an elephant in the room that you're not addressing that you don't want to let go of. And then whale. I'm not too sure what this card is about exactly, but I know the whale is a very divine creature with a lot of wisdom. So give me just one moment. And these are all water cards. So you're dealing with a lot of emotions here for sure, Virgo. This is all about emotional growth for you. And I'm hearing like emotional maturity, like you're leveling up emotionally. I got the shark here. So it says directness, exposure, revealing true nature and desire. Let me see if I could show you this maybe. It's a little bit hard. Apologize if maybe you can't see it. I'm not sure. There it is. The shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. This card indicates that something big needs to be exposed, which it will be with that Ace of Swords. It's lurking in the depths and creating tension. Shark energy takes over us when we are hesitant to be honest, to be totally ourselves, or to say what we really want. It may be tempting to continue pretending nothing is wrong, but when shark energy is at play, we feel its presence encircling us. When in balance, intriguing, let's see here. Intriguing, captivating, mysterious. When out of balance, sneaky, destructive. To bring into balance, honesty. This is okay. Yeah, that's definitely, that message is really coming through here with the Ace of Michael and your near future. You're going to be getting that clarity that you need from somebody. There may be somebody who is very deceptive with that Five of Michael during like the current energy, very deceptive, somebody that wasn't telling you the whole truth, and you're going to be getting some sense of clarity. This is kind of like it's encircling you right now. Perhaps that's why you've been in that Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords kind of energy of feeling bound. But you have a lot of really good things coming up with these two cards. Give me 1 second. Thank you for your patience. That's the shark, and there's the whale. Okay. Desire to delve deeper. Profound peace, ancient wisdom. The whale represents profound emotional health and stability. Whale personalities are not afraid of emotional expression or traversing difficult terrain, as they have overcome many challenges in their lives. These experiences have enriched them, given them stability, strength, and a depth that is rare. Whale energy is usually linked to the feminine forces of compassion and communication. We can depend on whale personalities when all else seems lost and trust them to be a beacon in our darkest hour. When in balance, calm, steady, deeply compassionate. When out of balance, heavy, slips into old story. To bring into balance, regular self-care. All right, so there's definitely, you do, Virgo, you hold a lot of wisdom. All of this is a very highly spiritual lesson for you right now. And with the whale spirit coming through, you're a soul with a lot of ancient wisdom that you carry within you. This whatever it is that you're experiencing, know that it is developing you and moving you up to the next level. You're probably going through some form of ascension because of this, okay? So this is a very, very powerful energy with the whale card coming through here, okay? So I know you may not be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel right now, but it's coming, okay? And then with otter, it says here, unobstructed joy, playfulness, contentment. Perhaps the most joyful creature within the animal spirit deck, the otter represents absolute bliss. Otter energy is the playfulness of a child, available to us at any age. They have a giddiness and reverence for life itself, without the presence of doubt, worry, or skepticism. Imagine yourself with a little more otter energy. What would life look like? What would it take to bring you there? The otter card begs these questions and wants to transport us to that precious place as soon as possible. The celebration awaits. When in balance. Full of love needs nothing. When out of balance. Gloomy sighs make silly excuses. To bring into balance. Dance party or celebration. Well, that really coincides here with the Three of Cups coming through. There are happy times coming, Virgo. There's a lot of happiness that is right around the corner. You may not see it now. It may be lurking and hiding in the depths with these two cards and kind of being drawn to the fact that there are creatures that are under the water. The shark coming in as a more heavy energy. But remember, the whale is much bigger and it's a peaceful animal. The otter is an animal of incredible joy and giddiness. It's the happiest animal in the entire animal spirit deck. So do keep that in mind. There's a lot of incredible blessings coming your way, and they're just right around the corner. You just got to hang in there. Once again, Spirit has been really, really trying to get through to you and give you those messages of paying out attention and looking out for them, okay? So Virgo, I just want to thank you so much for joining me here today. I know that there's some heaviness here in this reading, but overall, you're right at the brink of something so incredibly beautiful. Just trust in it, okay? Trust in the divine. You are being divinely guided through all this. Continue praying, talking to your angels, your spirit guides, because they've been guiding you through all of this, okay? So once again, Virgo, thank you so much for being here. I hope you found some sort of clarity or hope within this reading. Once again, if you liked my content, please do hit the like and subscribe button for more content and to help us get this message out to more people, because it really helps with the YouTube algorithms. But anyway, I'm going to shut up now. Thank you so much. I hope you have a lovely day. Sending you much love and light. Take care.